Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Manning.
And I'm Trinity French.
And we are your business coaches at Wired to Change.
With the number 2.
We help you get your business to the level you want it to be so you can enjoy the life of a small business owner.
And every day is the day that I think, this is the one that I'm going to just love being in business for myself.
We call it stressful freedom. We named it that before a pandemic. Now that we're into pandemic, it's a little different, but the smart businesses are pivoting. The smart businesses on a 5-lane highway, they're normally in one lane. They're learning to look at the lanes next to them. We had so much content on the first 2 podcasts. We brought back Jenny Midgley, jennymidgley.com, photographer, storyteller, social media guru, all that good stuff. She can help you brand. There's just so much to do.
Chick.
Oh, big time badass, yes.
Oh, which don't let me forget that I have to tell you about Wonder Woman, my Wonder Woman experience.
Okay. All right, we don't have time for that. You can talk about that later. But yeah, both of them huge Wonder Woman. How short is the story?
Short.
Okay, good.
Jenny was telling us about how much she loves Wonder Woman. And when Scott and I were on our cruise, we frequented the casino. And in the casino was my favorite casino game, the Wonder Woman game. It had the best music, the best prizes, and I won a crap ton of money with the Wonder Woman casino game.
Because of course you did.
Yeah. Yes, and it got to the point where people were like lining up waiting to sit in the chair that I had been winning in, and I was like, get out of my chair, people, this is my spot.
You wait for the table to go cold.
With like the workers, right? They would like, yes.
Like, no, I am winning a bunch of money, and all these 3 machines are mine.
That's fantastic.
So we're still in COVID-19. The funny thing is, you can't see any of this, but about 5 weeks ago, I shaved my head, so I don't have hair issues. Jenny has gone through 6 iterations of what her hair should look like just in the couple hours we've been here. Is it down? Is it to the side? Is it up?
It's so much. I need to chop it all
And
off.
mine's curled today.
I know, because we're taking pictures. So, Jenny, we had so much stuff from the last couple episodes. Let's talk about, this will come out on May 20, what's the date today? The 15th? The 14th. So this will come out on May 21st.
Okay.
So we've got probably at least another month at home. At least 3 weeks at home.
I love that you think it's only another month.
No, that's why I say at least at home before they loosen up some things. It's not going to be 100% for a while, but maybe when the restaurants, they let them go 50% or 75%. Yeah. And that's kind of what I call opening up when my wife can go back to work. That's when I start opening it up, because she's still at home right now. We're having a blast. What are 2 or 3, 4 things? Let's drop some nuggets on people, what they can do today and probably through the end of July or August with their website, their brand, anything like that.
Okay. Number 1 is your email. Email. So here's why. Because if social media were to go away tomorrow, how are you going to reach your people? So my 2 non-negotiables with my clients that I tell them they must have are an email list and some kind of website presence. And the web presence needs to be enough. It can just be a landing page, right? Like if finances are an issue for you, go on MailChimp, I know there's a lot of MailChimp haters out there. It's all good. I say this with love. If not MailChimp, go on Zoho, go somewhere, go ConvertKit, go somewhere where you can spend a small amount of money each month, make a landing page. On your landing page, have some kind of email opt-in option. Give away something for free. Make a video. Do a PDF. Do something that is going to be of value to your readers, listeners, followers, whatever. So the reason that you need that also is for SEO, so that you can tag it appropriately and link it to your Google My Business page. And you want to put pictures on your Google My Business page. So the reason being is if you have somebody locally who's going to search for your service or product, they're going to want to see you and what you have to offer. Your email list needs to be nurtured. Set expectations and stick to them. Meet them, exceed them. If you're going to send out an email every Tuesday, every other Tuesday, whatever it is, pick the schedule and stick to it.
Consistency.
Yes.
So what are a couple of my pet peeves? One, when people don't have a website, because it makes me question whether they're even a legitimate business.
Correct.
So please, ladies and gentlemen, get a freaking website.
And again, you can do free landing pages. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good in the hood. Just have something so when people go search for you, They can click the link on Google that goes to your website. Yes.
My other pet peeve is getting inundated with email marketing campaigns.
Yep.
So what are some things, because Mike and I were talking about this, we're getting ready to start our email marketing campaign. We've been dragging our feet on it because of my disdain for just, I call it crippled content.
Yep.
Like the same old stuff. And gosh,
Because
somebody
some
is going to
bad
destroy me
apples-
for that,
No,
using
bad
that word.
apples have
Yes.
have spoiled the bunch.
Yes.
Do not send marketing emails. Okay. It's counterintuitive, right?
Unpack this for me, because this is I do not want to send marketing emails. I want to send something that people actually want to
Right. So
enjoy.
I don't send marketing emails. Send value. Talk about what you like. Give tips. Give you don't have to. All right. So first of all, emails are going to be opened more if they're from a person versus a company. So don't send emails from Wired to Change. Send emails from Mike and Trinity.
So if I'm Mike at Wired to Change, is that acceptable?
Yeah, because
Okay.
because you can put in the header Mike and Trinity.
Yes.
You
Gotcha.
don't have to put that it's from Wired to Change.
Okay, gotcha.
People are more likely to be receptive to emails that come from people.
Right.
Secondly, you use their names. So you're using an email software that can
Jenny.
and put in my name,
generate
right?
it. Yep.
Use a
Dear Mrs. Midgley, delete.
exactly.
Dear
I don't
friend,
know
delete.
who that is.
Dear occupant.
Delete.
So from whom it's coming. You know that it's coming to you, and it's got to be something that's you don't use the red flag words is you don't use sale, free.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's
Now.
a bunch of now don't use caps and don't get caught by spam filters. Be genuine and be like, hey, I'm checking in on you, or hey, how are you today? I'm not even kidding. Some of the best my photography mentor has I had this question. She's like, no, the number one email open rate that we had was an email that was just with the subject line, hey. That was it. But because she had set the
Because that might be
standard-
something that you get from a friend.
Exactly. Because she
right.
has built up her brand in such a way that people expect to hear from her. So when you establish the foundation that you are your brand and people get to know you, they are more likely to be receptive when you send them things.
I'll open something if it has a good pun.
She will.
But if I open it and then the content makes me want to delete it, then I sometimes will just go on a deleting spree and unsubscribing spree.
Yeah. Think about what businesses and who you allow and you invite into your inbox.
Yes.
Right. So you always have to have an opt-in. You always have to have an opt-out. Right.
Yep.
But think about where you always want to be sending them to something. Right. So you always want to be inviting them to the next step, inviting them in for a conversation, guiding them to the next step. So the next step may be to listen to a podcast. The next step may be to go interact with a post on LinkedIn. The next step may be to go watch a video that you posted on Facebook. Your emails don't have to be long. They can be
The shorter, the better.
Yes.
Yeah, they can be just a collection of this is what I've been doing for the past couple weeks. This is what's happening. And don't put a whole bunch of links in there.
Right.
Put one direction or write a blog post. They can go read the blog post and be like, hey, I just, posted XYZ about all the different companies that are pivoting and offering PBE now instead of corporate swag. Here's the link. Thanks.
Yes.
Have a great day.
That's value. You're providing value.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And for every 3 to 4 valuable emails, then you can send a marketing email of
Yes.
hey, if you'd be interested in learning more, here's a way to sign up for our 30-minute discovery call.
Yep. I'll give a lot of people a second chance. But if I get an email.
Because you're nicer than I am.
Yeah. If I get an email that's going to take me, if I got to scroll on my mouse about 4 times,
Holy. No.
Right. You've lost me. But what I've learned is, and we're talking about Jenny, the mail list lady.
Jenny Wright.
Jenny Wright. Okay. Mm-hmm. The way she writes, my ears hear. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've learned. That's how I learn. So now as I get, and I'm happy to get everybody's email once, but if you're talking corporate speak and coach speak and all this other BS, you've lost me. Whatever it was, something in there, my ears heard. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm in. So that's what I look for.
Yep.
But that goes back to your point of don't talk over people.
No.
Just, hey, how are you, checking in? Here's a cool list I saw. Boom.
Have
done.
a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all, this is not about there's no competition to see who has the best written email. There's no prize there's no gold medal of email marketing, for Pete's sake. Just be kind and be genuine and have a conversation. Like, you can format your emails in such a way so that you can, have an image, have some words, lead them on to the next step. There is a place for long form content, and email is not it.
No.
An email is not the place for long form content. An email is, and make sure, people, make sure that they are formatted for mobile.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Do not even get me started. The number one way people read emails is on mobile.
On their
they don't read them
phone.
on their desktop. So make sure that your stuff is formatted for mobile.
Okay,
So,
quickly, how do they make sure theirs is? For people who aren't gifted technology like you two and Drago are, how do I know if I'm doing an email and I don't know any of you three that I know it's formatted for mobile?
if you're doing it through a CRM or a mail service, or like even if you're doing it through G Suite and Gmail, like Gmail automatically formats for mobile.
Okay, all right.
But there will be a toggle that you can there should be a toggle that you can view it as a mobile viewer.
Good.
So you can look at, as you're crafting your email in your
draft.
in your content, in your draft, you can toggle it to look at mobile. Same thing with your website, your landing page.
Excellent. All right. That, as we talked in the previous show, you just gave me the why and the how. So now I'm good. Okay.
All right.
So, okay. Because there's a lot, there's probably more people like me than there are you.
I know that people actually have said that to me. They're like, how is it that you can just, and I'm like, don't hate. Like, this is how I roll. Like, words and connections and solution finding is my superpower. So, that's where my strengths lie. I turn to the people who, like, I can wordsmith for other people. I can't wordsmith for myself. I have a great copywriter. She's amazing. She writes all my emails. I don't have to do it. And it makes me so happy.
But she writes it in your voice.
She gets me.
Right. And that's the other thing is, if you have, and my youngest son is doing some stuff for us, and he responded on a tweet one day. He put out the tweet, and then somebody responded. He responded back. He said, "We appreciate you." And I called him. I said, "You can't do that." He's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I've never used that phrase."
Right.
So we can't do that.
Right.
But I had to learn it to see. It's like, that's not me.
Right.
And we've heard stories of, because when you're getting an email from somebody that's LinkedIn, but don't get me started.
So here's how good my copywriter is. I got responses from my email series for my course. I got emails from people going, "Wow, have you ever thought about writing emails for other people?" This is a really
That's
good
when
series.
you know you're paying someone that is worth their salt.
I screenshot it and I texted it to her, and I was like, "He owns a marketing company. Let me know if you want me to do an introduction if he needs copywriting assistance." Because people complimented me on how strong my email content was, and I was sitting back here going, hee, it's all Sam Baker.
All right, so
Sam Baker
email
Consulting.
list.
Yeah.
So be consistent, be genuine, make it a conversation.
Right. So you wanted action items right now. So if you don't have an email list started, there's no good or right or wrong time to start an email list. Just do it. Pick a schedule and stick to it. On your social media, same thing. Be consistent. Offer value.
How many times to post? Because I hear different things. I'm a big fan of Gary Vee. I can't post 72 things a day.
Right. So
he can, but I can't.
Right.
So what's normal
the
for us?
The rules are, if you want to grow a following, if you want to scale your page on Facebook, you must post 3 to 5 times a day. If you want to grow your Instagram, you must post 2 times a day. If you want to keep visibility on LinkedIn, you must post at least 1 time per day. There are different content formats, and Pinterest, you need to have you can pin a lot of stuff from other people. It's great if you have organic content from yourself, and that's where the blog comes in. If you're going to do a blog, you can successfully do a blog once or twice a month. It doesn't have to be weekly or daily or whatever, but The good thing is about creating some of this content, if you have a product or service that's going to be evergreen, meaning that whatever you post now is still going to be true 6, 12,
There's
18 months from now,
Yes.
then you can pull that and repurpose that content. So what you're doing is creating a content library, a resource library, and then you can 6 months from now go back and be like, I'm going to pull this back up, tweak it, make it easy, work smarter, not harder, right? Like, don't.
I love repurposing content. Yes.
So you already have it. It already exists. So go back through all of the pictures that you've already taken for your business. Go back through all of the stuff that you've already created for your business. Look at what you can pull out and repurpose. Look at what, you look at and you read and you're like, damn, I was an asshole. I need to delete that. That's okay. Delete that. It's all good. Nobody's going to fault you for it. The other piece of that right now is to go on video and utilize your Instagram and your Facebook stories. The reason being, people get notifications when they when you do that, right? But you're again nurturing these relationships, and this is why I have a content marketing program offering. This is why I have an online course. This is why I teach you how to do all of this. And then some. Like I actually say in one of my videos, I'm like, I'm going to say this, but you can't punch me in the throat the next time you see me. Because what I say makes people frustrated because they're like, what do you mean I have to do that? And I say, but this is why you're paying me, right? Like I'm bringing you the real talk. I'm bringing you the real truth. If you want to grow an online presence, if you want to scale your business, then these are the steps you need to take. If you're good with the status quo, by all means, ignore me. But if your business is going to be impacted by this, and 95% of businesses are impacted by this, then you need to do something that's going to keep you with some skin in the game, with keeping you top of mind with the people who are going to be looking for the businesses who are offering value, offering resources, being a resource. And those are the ones that are going to be followed after all of this, not the ones that, just push through. So I heard an interesting statistic actually this morning that after 9/11, the companies that pulled back, like McDonald's pulled back, they were like, we're not going to market. It's not the time. Pizza Hut kept pushing through, and Pizza Hut actually grew their market share, and McDonald's started to fall. Same thing happened in 2008. And guess what's happening right now?
Yeah.
Pizza Hut is actually like on the forefront of growing that market share. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the other companies are doing. I mean, I see the emails or whatever, but I can promise you, like in a pinch, the night that we were putting the patio furniture together and it was 8:00 and we were like, shit, we forgot to feed the kids.
Yep. Yeah.
We called Pizza Hut, right? Like, cause we didn't know if the local place was open. We didn't know. We just pulled up the app and we got Pizza Hut. And I mean, it helps that they're 2 blocks away.
For partnerships like ours, can we post individually?
Absolutely.
So we don't always have to be in the same. We just need to coordinate when they're going out during the day.
Y'all need a content calendar.
Oh, yeah, but we don't need to. We just need to coordinate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And even then, I mean, if you post within an hour of each other, it doesn't matter. All right. So here's the other big takeaway right now is that all of the algorithm data that we had that said to post, what was the best time to post on which platforms when, is gone.
Everybody's home. Yeah.
Yeah. People are consuming differently. They're on different places. So the best thing that you can do is to be consistent and provide value and engage and comment and respond.
I'm going to start a post called Toilet Talk that you just watch when you're on the shitter.
Awesome. Genius.
Yeah.
That's good branding.
Yeah. I just thought of it right now, and I thought because that's like this is probably TMI,
but that's when
I'm hiding from my dogs and I'm hiding from Scott and I'm in the bathroom and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what's happening on the Insta today.
Yep. And that is genius.
All right, so just start, be consistent, and make it a conversation. Don't sell.
Provide value.
Give value, and you get 3 or 4 gives before you get 1 ask. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad we simplified this into 20 minutes. So,
Boom. But if people want more,
yes,
because wait, there's more.
They
can go
more.
find Jenny and they can get more.
Can't get more.
And you can partake of the information she gives away. Yeah. And you are wise to buy into some of the classes for the other stuff. But there needs to be a good mix of both. And there's plenty of content the smart people are giving away. like you and others that are providing for free, because it's going to come back. You're going to get clients from your free stuff. We've already gotten that.
Yeah.
We picked up one a month ago from a free webinar.
And again, I mean, I don't want it to make it sound like I'm only giving stuff away for free so that I can get it back. Like I started this and I went into different networking groups and different business groups and I said, how can I help? What do you all need? Yeah. And people responded and they said, I want to talk about this, or can I hear about this, or can you find someone who does this? And I was like, yep, on it.
But you're doing it for the right reason.
Yeah.
Though.
And when you give people a little taste of something, sometimes that's all they need, and they've got it, and that's all that they needed. And then sometimes they find that, oh, I need a little bit more. Yep. But
there's Jenny Wright, I've already forwarded that stuff to a friend of mine. It's like, look, you got to look at this. So I've already done something for her, may or may not lead to business.
Right.
Because it's that good.
It is that good. And she is that good.
Oh my gosh.
And like, so when I was in grad school, there was this book that one of my professors gave us to read that's called How Can I Help? And it's by Ram Dass and Paul Gorman. And it's about, like, the basis is about, like, the altruism of helping and what's the motivation behind helping and all of those things. But, like, the basic my takeaway of it was anytime I approach a situation, my focus is to ask, how can I help? It's asked in a lot of different ways and a lot of different methods and a lot of different things and sound bites. But at the end of the day, I genuinely just want to help. For all of us, it sounds cliche, we are all in this together. But if you can find just one person who you have impacted and you are helping with the content that you're putting out or how you're operating your business, you are making a difference in the world, because there's going to be a ripple effect from that.
We agreed, for the right reasons. As Trinity says, damn near every podcast, put the good juju out there. Yep. It'll come back. So
gotta stick with the good Jew.
JennyMidgley.com. Glad you said that. Yeah.
My husband's the better Jew, and he's not even Jewish, but that's what we joke about that. Yeah.
Is okay. Man, you got to win some things, right? So JennyMidgley.com, girlswhodostuff.com, wiredtochange.com. Give us any questions you want. We'll give you any answers you need, whatever we know. We're happy to help. And we'll see you next time on our Wired to Change podcast.